Hey guys, so in today's video I have a graphic novel haul. I bought quite a few graphic novels this month, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys what I bought. So first off, I bought Necronomicon, and this is by Alan Moore and Jason Burrows. Now I picked this up a few times in my local Waterstones, and I keep picking it up and putting it back down and picking it up and putting it back down. And last time I went in, I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to get it because it does sound good and I am very much interested. And like I said, whenever I go in, I always pick it up and have a look, so I just thought I'd buy it and give it a go. So this is based off, I think, a Lovecraft novel, which is great because I love Lovecraft stories. He's like a classic horror writer. And this is basically two FBI agents, and they're trying to solve this case where there were lots of ritualistic murders going on, and it's basically following these two cops going around trying to solve those murders and what's happening. And obviously, because it's based on Lovecraft story, there's going to be monsters and ghouls in here. So yeah, I just thought it sounded really interesting, and I haven't read anything like this in a while. I also do like the art style, so yeah, I thought I'd pick it up and give it a go. So yeah, that's the first one I bought, and that was published by Avatar Publications. The next one I picked up because I thought it looked really fun, and it's called I Hate Fairyland by Scotty Young, and it's just really colourful. I tend to go for very different graphic novels. I either go for highly colourful, fun ones, or really dark, gruesome ones. So this is kind of like a weird mix of them both, because it looks like it's going to be really fun, but it also looks like it's going to be a bit gruesome. It follows this girl here on the front, and it says it's a grown-up, and I think she's trapped inside a 6-year-old girl's body. She's been stuck in this magical world, Fairyland, for nearly 30 years, and is on a maddening quest to return home. So yeah, I thought that looked really fun. It's kind of a bit of a twist on your usual cutie kind of fairy tale story. So yeah, I just thought it looked like a bit of fun, and it's nice and colourful, so it kind of grabbed my attention. I feel like this is going to be quite action-packed, and yeah, so yeah, it looks good, it looks funny, so I'm excited to read that one. The next one I picked up is Outcast, and this is volume 2, and I've got the first one. I've read the first graphic novel of this, and obviously this is volume 2, and then I asked my mum to get me volume 3 for Christmas. I'm really enjoying Outcast. I read the first one quite a while ago, and I recently decided to pick it back up because they've started doing a series of it. It says here coming soon to Cinemax, and I've actually seen the first 3 or 4 episodes in the series. I watched it on Sky Catch Up, and it was really good, and the characters are actually very true to the graphic novel, the first one. But I didn't want to go too much into the series until I read more of the graphic novels, so that's why I picked up this one, and hopefully we'll have volume 3 at the end of this month. So yeah, looking forward to this. It follows this man called Kyle. He's been plagued by demonic possession all his life, and now he needs answers. So yeah, it's quite a dark graphic novel. Yeah, it's about demonic possession basically, and he's trying to find out why this is happening and why it seems to always be around him. So yeah, love this one, can't wait to read that. And the TV series, like I said, is very good as well. This is another one I've seen about for quite a while, and this is The Rivers of London. And I picked one up because I kept seeing it, and like the images kept drawing me in, but I never really read the back or looked too much into it. But last time I was in Waterstones, I kind of, read the little blurb thing on the back, and it actually sounded really good. It's set in London, which was kind of like another draw for me because I love things set in London. Like I said before, I like reading books and graphic novels in areas that I know, because you can really imagine it and imagine the places. So I love the fact that it's in London, and it follows a man called Grant, and he's in a special police unit. He's a full-time cop and part-time wizard, and he works on unusual crime cases, those that involve magic and general weirdness that kind of goes around London. So I thought this sounded really interesting, and it kind of reminded me of a Jim Butcher series, The Dresden Files, who is also, well, he's a wizard, but he kind of is like a consultant type of person for cops, and I really enjoyed that, so I thought this sounded good as well. So yeah, hopefully it'll be good. It does look good. I like the images, and if it is as good as the other kind of detective wizard stories I've read before, then I will enjoy. So definitely looking forward to that one. And last but not least, I have Trollbridge by Neil Gaiman and Colleen Dorian. This is a hardback graphic novel, which you don't see too often, but I actually really like. I picked this up because it just sounded interesting. It sounds like a dark kind of fairy tale. Of course, it's Neil Gaiman, so it's going to be quite dark. It's about this boy Jack, and you know, he's just wandering around and he finds this troll in a bridge, and I think he makes some kind of deal with him. So yeah, I'll be interested to read this. I actually haven't read that much by Neil Gaiman. I've read a lot of stuff that's like, you know, he's recommended, or you know, like when you see like authors' recommendations in the front when they talk about it. But I've never actually read many of his books. Yeah, I see them a lot. I think the only one I've actually read of his is the Graveyard graphic novels, and Graveyard book 1 and 2, which was okay. I liked the first one, didn't really like the second one that much, and Stardust, which I do love. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one, and the art style looks really nice. It kind of reminds me of like old like books I used to read as a child, like storybooks. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like almost drawn, almost watercolour kind of. But yeah, so those are pretty much the graphic novels that I picked up this month, and the ones that I'm hoping to read fairly soon. I think these will pretty much be, I think throughout December I'm pretty much only going to read maybe you know, some children's books and some graphic novels, just because it's a busy month, and you know, it's nice to read some easy stuff and fun things. So yeah, nothing too heavy around Christmas. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any thoughts or questions, then please leave them down below. If you've read any of these graphic novels and like them or dislike them, then let me know. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So thank you for watching, and until next time, bye guys.